You told men to be strong, but never taught them how. You told them to lead while removing every teacher. Now millions of men walk through life without guidance, without direction, without answers, until now. You are about to enter the Alex Hitchins Show.
Most men don't destroy themselves during the divorce. They destroy themselves after it. And it's not slowly, not over time. They do it immediately. In the first few days, when the pain is at its highest and the judgment is at its lowest, that is when the real damage gets done. And the part nobody talks about is this. Every single mistake feels completely reasonable when you're making it. Every bad decision feels justified in that moment. I'm Alex Hitchins, and today I'm going to walk you through 3 things, that's right, 3 things men do after divorce that cost them everything. We're talking about their money, their kids, and of course, the most devastating, their dignity. And sometimes years of their lives trying to recover from decisions made in a single night. Now, if you're going through this right now, stay with me until the end. Because what I'm about to say in this conversation, nobody around you is willing to have with you. Okay? So listen carefully because you need to hear this. Before I get into the 3 things, I need you to understand one fact. Listen carefully. The men who come out of divorce with something worth building are not the ones who handled everything perfectly. Okay? They're the ones who did not destroy themselves in the process. And that is the goal right now. Not winning, not getting her back, definitely not trying that. Not fixing everything today, just don't make it worse. Now, if you need to, write this down because you have to remember these are things you have to keep in mind. Mistake number one, making contact when you have nothing real to say. I already know what you want to do. I know you want to call her. You want to text her. You want to say one thing that finally makes her understand. You've been rehearsing it in your head for 3 days straight. The trouble is, it feels like you could just get her on the phone, you said. If I can just get her on the phone, everything will be fine. No, it won't. Here's what is actually happening inside you right now. Okay, listen, because people don't understand this. Your stress response right now, it's running in overdrive. Your nervous system is in full crisis mode. The part of your brain that handles long-term thinking has just stepped back, literally stepped back. And the part designed for immediate survival has totally taken over. That's right, it's run amok. The system was built to respond to physical danger. That's a biological situation. It wasn't built to navigate divorce, emotional trauma. It wasn't built for that. Trouble is, it doesn't know the difference between the two. So it runs the same program every time. What's that program? Remove the pain. Act now. Do something, anything. And calling her feels like doing something. The truth is, it isn't. Everything you put in writing right now becomes permanent in a way you cannot take back. That thing you put in writing, it can be screenshotted. It can be forwarded. It can be shown to a lawyer in a context that does not favor you. What it feels like, honestly, at 2 a.m. can become evidence by sunrise. Right? What feels like honesty, don't do it. And I have to say this directly because a lot of men need to hear it. Here's the next one you should remember. Begging does not communicate love. It does not make her reconsider. What it does communicate is desperation. And desperation does not open doors. It does the adverse. It confirms a decision that has already been made. Here's the truth about the silence she's giving you right now. Listen carefully now. By the time a woman initiates a separation, the emotional work she needed to do has already been done. It happened privately, long before you even realized there's anything to lose. That's right, you never noticed it. What feels like the beginning of this to you is actually much closer to the end of the process. She has been working through it for a long time. The silence is not a pause. It's not a pause waiting for you for your next move. No, it's not. It's a position that she's taken. So what you need to do instead, you need to give yourself 72 hours without initiating contact. Let me say it again. 72 hours without initiating any contact. That's all I'm asking of you right now. Not forever. No. Just 72 hours. The call you don't make cannot be used against you. Remember that. The text you don't send cannot be evidence. You understand where I'm coming from? The conversation you don't force cannot confirm the worst version of you to someone already looking for a reason to feel justified. Right now, stillness right now is not weakness. It's not. It's control. That's right, control. And right now, control is the only thing you still have. So I'm advising you to use it. Okay? Mistake number 2. Ignoring legal and financial positions while chasing the emotional one. That's right. This is a mistake that follows men for years. And most of them never see it coming until it's too late. I'm telling you, while you're completely consumed by emotional reality of what just happened, a legal and financial process is already moving forward without you. It doesn't pause for how you feel. Feelings don't come into contact with facts. It does not wait until you're ready either. Remember, facts don't care about your feelings. Decisions are now being made. Positions are being locked in. And here's the kicker. By the time most men finally look up at the landscape, it's already shifted in ways they can't even figure out, and also more difficult and more expensive to fix. So let me be specific with you, okay? If you have joint accounts, you need to know exactly what is in them right now. But do not empty them out of panic. Don't do that. That will be treated as misconduct and it will be used against you. So don't do that. Okay, do not ignore the accounts either. While money is moving around, you need to be aware of what's going on in those accounts. Keep a track of it, okay? If you're still in marital home, do not leave because it feels uncomfortable. Don't tell her I'm going to a hotel. No, she tell you, no, do not leave because someone else asked her. She tell you to leave, do not leave. I'm telling you this, in many situations, I'm not saying all, voluntarily leaving that home changes your legal standing in ways that are very hard to recover from. I'm saying to you, discomfort alone is not a reason to walk away from a position you never get back. Here's one most men avoid because it feels like admitting defeat. Get a consultation with a family lawyer in the first week. That's right. Go talk to a family attorney. Not go to war. Don't do that. Just to understand where you actually stand. If you know where you are, you can know where to go. One honest conversation with a right attorney will give you more than clarity, more than months of guessing on emotions and assumptions. Talk to a lawyer. Now, here's what most men don't realize. I'm telling you straight. Family courts do not only evaluate what happened during the marriage. No. It evaluates how you conduct yourself during the separation. I said before in the first video, they're evaluating the whole picture. Every interaction, every message, every decision you make in the window contributes to how you are seen as a father and as a man. What it is, most men are so locked into the emotional battle that they lose the structure. One without ever showing up to fight. They don't structure. Don't be that man. Number 3, waiting for motivation before you start rebuilding your structure. Men, I'm telling you right now, motivation is not coming. Not in the first 30 days. Possibly not for longer. Motivation is not going to be there. And if you're still sitting there waiting for the feeling that makes it easier to get up, move, function, you're going to spend the entire time in free fall. You will arrive on the other side with nothing built and significantly more damage to deal with than you expected or anticipated. So here's what's actually happened to a man with no structure after divorce. Check this out. Every hour of his day becomes available to be consumed by whatever he is feeling. That's right, emotions, feeling. And pain, when it has unlimited access to your time, does not let up. Are you hearing me? It expands to fill every space you give it. You cannot give it room. Structure is not motivation. Structure is what you rely on when motivation is completely gone. In this situation, you have no motivation. I know that. But if you have a structure, you can move forward. In the first 30 days, it just needs to be a simple structure, nothing hard. Wake up at the same time every day. That's right. Don't change it. Not when you feel like it. The same time every single morning. Give your body something to do. Predictable when everything around you is unstable. Okay? Give your body something to do that's predictable when everything around you is unstable. Move every day. Walk, run, lift weights. It doesn't matter what it is. The stress you're carrying has a physical component. If he has nowhere to go, he'll show up in ways that make everything even harder to cope with. So at night, close your phone. Shut your phone down. Stop scrolling. Do the same thing. Stop scrolling. Okay? A man who is not sleeping is a man who cannot think clearly. You need to rest. And the man who cannot think clearly is far more likely to make decisions that takes years to undo. So you need to rest so you can think clearly. Another thing, stay off social media in any way that touches your situation. Okay? No post back at what you thought was there. No updates about where you are emotionally. Women do that on Instagram, TikTok all day long. Don't follow that process. Nothing that can be pulled out of context and used to define you should be posted or sent, because they can misconstrue all of that. Okay? None of this is designed to make you feel better. I know it's not. You're not feeling better. I'm not helping. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. The pain is still going to be there. And that is the point I'm trying to make. The pain does not let up. And it does not decide what happens next. And you can't let it decide for you, okay? You have to make a decision. The pain is not going to move. You have to say, you know what? Through the pain, I'm going to do what needs to be done. Build my structure, make myself ready, okay? Here's what I want you to leave with you today. I'm going to leave this with you. Think about this. The first 30 days after divorce set the direction for the next 5 years. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being realistic. That is how trajectories actually work. Decisions made in the worst moment do not stay contained to that moment. You got to remember that. They establish patterns, they create records, they produce consequences that follow you into situations you haven't even reached yet. The men who destroy themselves after divorce didn't do it because they were weak. No, they're not. They did it because they were in pain. And nobody gave them a strategic or straightforward answer how to deal with it. That's exactly why I wrote the book. Okay? And the link's in my description, and you can also find it in my bio. And you need to take a look at it if you get a chance. And if you lose something, don't worry about it. You can always rebuild. You can always make it better. And remember, losing something is not the same as being finished. You're not finished. If what I said to you today has hit and it feels like you want to find out more, check out the book. It's called You Lost Everything, Now What? It covers everything we talked about and goes much deeper into every decision point you're going to face in those first 30 days. Every chapter is built to help you so you don't make it worse while you're building yourself and learning how to stand. That's what it's there for. So, I'm Alex Hitchins, and I want you to stay sharp, Stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next conversation.
Most men wait until life breaks them before they begin rebuilding. Don't wait. Continue the conversation at thealexhitchins.com, The Alex Hitchins Show.